Alright, so it's been a while, guys, and we're going to do public events and how to make them heroic in Destiny 2. So the first up is the Cabal extractor. You'll see this on Earth, Nessus, and Io. So once the meter hits about 30 or so percent, you're going to see a drop ship come out of the sky. It depends on the location, sometimes it's hidden, and you will want to take this drop ship out. So as you can see, multiple of us are just hammering away at this. But on top of this, you still gotta watch out for the missiles falling from the sky and Cabal coming in. Now this also will start the heroic event, which is actually really cool. So let's just take this guy out here. Now I wanted to include the entirety of this footage because a lot of people just skim through the footage and they'll just automatically bring it to like certain key points, but I think as long as you see the full thing, it makes a lot more sense. And once it's active, you get this gigantic colossal. It was kind of a pain to take out. And during the flashpoints, some of this footage is from the flashpoint on Earth during the very last, oh god, it escapes me. Well, anyways, you take him out, and sometimes during the flashpoints you get little mini bosses that give you extra tokens and stuff like that. So always try to kill them in certain parts. I don't know why I'm looking at the moon or any of that. And as a bonus, we got that guy over there. So let's just go kill.
Lost everything, and I mean everything.
Yet another devastating blow to their morale. Brilliant.
Alright, now we're just going to take a Sparrow straight over there. Now, a lot of these public events you can either spawn in or you can just take a Sparrow straight over, which is probably the better option sometimes because then you could get there a little quicker, but you might not get the flag. As long as you get to the rallying point, you can get your super and all your ammo to max, which is really nice. Now, here we have the Ether Resupply public event. The main goal of this event is you want to weaken the servitor until they spawn smaller servitors that give them an overshield or a protective shield.
Keep them hungry.
See, like that beam right there. Now, as long as you take out not just this one, there's once we get them to about half health, a few smaller ones will spawn as well. They are the bigger targets because if you take out all 3 of them at once, you will get the public event started, which gives the servitor more health and kind of makes him general pain. Alright, now we got them spawned, so let's take care of them. We got that spawn, and there's a big Colossus. That's part of the flashpoint milestone. Now, he will always do this. The servitor will always drop you extremely high, so if you don't cover yourself, you will fall and die. So you gotta brace yourself once that fall comes in. Now I'm focusing on him, or I was focusing on that guy. Thank you, kind sir. Now I'm focusing on the mini boss because they're way more of pain than fighting the main boss. don't know why I did that. Because there was no one over there. But yes, basically he becomes like a giant bullet sponge, like Prison of Elders servitor, pilot servitor. Not as bad, but still pretty bad. And then of course, as long as he's looking at you, you can get pretty decent crit shots on him, but he keeps moving around and he'll constantly change target. The only thing I will say is stay out of his line of sight for as best as possible, because he does that triple shot burst, which does a ridiculous amount of damage. Now we have the Cabal extractor. This one's a little more tricky. You gotta take out the vents. The vents are the key point. Once you kill one of these boss scions here, you will get the vents to open up. But also, after this first shot here, there's going to be a overshield that will spawn over the extraction. And what it does is it burns you to death. Alright, you got the shield. I always stand at least right next to the edge of the shield, and I will just pellet everything as much as I possible. This way I can get in and out faster. Now the second shields open up here, or the second vents. They open up just right below the jet burners. Now be wary, because a lot of people will knock that scion right out, and then all of a sudden you're burning on fire. Alright, so they just knocked out the second vent, now we need to find the third. There's the third vent. That one's a little more tricky, because sometimes it opens up on a different side, and at this point in the stage you will not have a lot of time to get that destroyed. Here's one of those mini bosses. Now, like I said earlier, the mini bosses only spawn during the flashpoint. So now I'm moving back over here because I want to be able to get right on top of this vent. I want to make sure once that vent opens I can trigger the heroic. Because if you don't get all three vents, it won't trigger the heroic.
That's all the vents. Here we go.
Now, when this heroic event happens, the circle gets larger, and they drop in intersectors, and basically you get this giant version of a legionary, or a centurion that spawns, and he's actually pretty easy to kill, so don't feel bad. Kill them, loot spawns, grab the loot. Alright. Now this is the Glimmer extraction.
Mining equipment aboard, Guardian.
This one is a little more tricky. It's us fighting the Fallen. Don't mind me, I like looking at this. Looking at the different details they put into this game. Here we go. So, you have the first wave that drops down. And the nice part is most of them are orange bars to, well, yeah, red to orange bars. Now, see that thing that just spawned into existence right there? That is what you want to destroy. There's going to be, each drop they do 3 drops. These will spawn, and these are what you want to destroy to start the heroic public event. And then, you see, we've already destroyed it, and now we got the second wave of guys coming in. Already got him. This does make it a little easier. Now, depending on the area, especially with how big it is, they can spawn in different areas. Like with this particular area in the map, they'll go middle, right, or far left. Or in that crevice we were just in. So you gotta kind of pay attention to the sky. You'll see the skip come in. And see, there it is again, it spawned. So let's just take this thing out. I'm not too worried about these guys coming at me. Alright, that one is destroyed now. Now we got wave number 2. Just make it quick workable. Now, this is what I mean by check the skies. So we're looking for that skip to see where it's dropping. Sometimes it drops on this side. Oh, nope, there it is. Thank you, sir. I'll always go for a revive. I prefer being revived than spawned outside. Now, they already got the other one, the third and final that spawns. Now you just hold the Glimmer here, and you fight off a horde of enemies that just keep piling in, coming at you, all crazy like. Now, personally, I don't like this side because they just come out of the walls. And then you get this boss spawn here. He's not too bad when it comes to taking him out. As you can see, we made pretty gosh dang short work of him. Now we just clear out ads, pick people back up. As you can see with this public event, you get a lot of heavy ammo, which is actually pretty nice, especially if you're using like a rocket launcher, grenade launcher. Even with me using a sniper rifle, I'm still getting quite a lot of heavy ammo, which is nice. Yeah, we're only at 77%. Now that's done. Most of the enemies will just disappear, dissipate. Then just grab your loot and get on out of here. So now I'm on Titan. This is the Hive Ritual that's on Titan. It's the only place that has this one. So you're immediately going to notice that the wizards are locked. So you stand on a circle on either platform and it only opens the shields for one of the wizards. Then you just gotta take them out. Like the shield will fully glow, or the platform that you're standing on, the circular one. Now stay standing on these circles. Do not leave them. See how the ruins are lighting up on that wall there? They're just going up. Okay, see the first crystal? That's open. So you want to take out each crystal, otherwise you're not going to start this public event. Oh, yeah. Now this public event actually can go really fast, and it will totally lag up no matter what, because everyone gets an insane amount of orbs and supers that they throw in here. And you just fight this boss here. This one. That's a war priest of some kind. And always watch out for the cursed Thrall. Basically, just a bunch of Thrall come pouring in during this whole fight. And he's already dead.
Another night.
Another demoralizing defeat for the
Like I said, this one goes really
I've lost one
fast,
of your
usually
victories, but I know there will be many more.
2-3 minutes or less. Now we have the... Which one was this? Weapons exchange.
They never
Now you kill that first wave, and then here comes the spider tanks. Now the thing with this public event is, well, and I prematurely threw my grenades at the spider tank, but once the legs light up, once you see those orange lights on them, hit them in the legs, they'll drop the arc reactors, or the arc cells, whatever you want to call them, and you run up to each of the weapon areas, hold square, or your action button, refill it, then you go after the next leg, grab your stuff, go to the next one. And once all 3 of these are unlocked,
You might have an opportunity near these quarters. At your own pace, Guardian.
it will actually start the heroic. Now, something for all you new players that you might not know about
know what that means.
is the Scourge Cannons. When you shoot at a target, if you do not let go of the trigger, it will actually build up. Like right here, I'm not letting go of the trigger, and it will actually build up and do increasingly more damage. So you can just keep holding for at least, I want to say, maybe 20 seconds before it lets go. And then you go and focus on the other spider tank. I usually focus on the ads over here, because I just don't want to deal with them. And wow, that was really quick. Took that spider tank out fast.
How do you like that, Fallen? Oh wait, you're dead.
An extremely successful sortie. as
And
I've
just
come
kind of
to
mop
expect
up,
from you.
get whatever you need left.
Again.
Grab the loot. Now let's move on to the next. So now we're here on IO doing the Vex thing. Now this one, I don't know if you guys noticed the light coming off that centerpiece of the construct, but move to where the light is and you'll see these floor panels. They'll start to appear as you get closer to them. And as long as you hold these to 100%, all 3 of them, they will start the heroic event. Now usually when you're holding these, it spawns a Fanatic Vex, one of the ones that doesn't have a head and they just explode charging you. Which of course just happened to me, because I wasn't paying attention. But luckily this nice person is here for me. But yeah, see, there's the Fanatic. Take them out. You finish up this point. See how that just appeared for that guy? We're going to move up on them. And we'll take this position as well. Now, it looks like they got the other one, so we only have this last one here. Now, the other thing is, see where it says 9 of 10. That's how many Vex have gotten up to the actual construct itself and sacrificed themselves or infused themselves with it. And we can't let them actually touch that main piece where that Guardian's at. As long as that Guardian's there, we're okay. As long as one person is watching that while the rest of us are getting the plates, we're all groovy. now it started. And what happens here is now we get this giant Hydra. And then we're going to get 2 Cyclopses on either side. Just take them out. There it is. That way they just can't keep blasting you. And then you just defend this position till the counter reaches 0. And that's it for this event. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It pains me to say it. I predicted you would succeed. Take my thanks and never speak of it again.
Always gotta do the dance. Now this is the taken Blight. And for the love of God and all that is holy, do not shoot the Blight. Oh, hello.
Let's make these taken pay.
Yes, good. Increase the factor of deterrence.
So now that it's spawned the Blight, and some enemies with it, you're going to step in and step out. See how it says, and it has that countdown right there for the Blight? That's what you want. You want that countdown. That's the only way you can do damage to this taken monstrosity. And depending on if you have enough people or not, you can actually do this in one go. But right now there's no one over here with me, so I'm on my own. And it's not looking too good. But I'm going to keep hammering away at this thing. Gotta move to the other side. And luckily with this, it's easy to spot where the Blight is moving. So I'm out of heavy. Like I said, you just move back and forth. It makes it super easy. You keep hammering this thing. And yes, this does take forever. Just, I hate this public event because of this. Alright, now that we got him, unfortunately I do not have a super or any grenades at the moment, which makes this a little more tough. And it spawns this big mamma jamma. And he will throw two of those taken grenade type things at you. And it just kind of keeps spawning enemies and adds with them. So it's better if you have people with you, because by yourself this is extremely tough to pull off. They wrecked me. So now I have 50 seconds to basically kill this boss as best I can. Which I don't know if I can or not. Seconds. Oh. Yeah, that's not happening. But you get the gist of it. Pretty much you just fight this boss, try to kill him. Even if you don't kill him fully, you still kind of get something for it. Oh, well, I guess it was worth losing. But still. So now we have the public event on Mercury. There's two sides. One side, both sides are pretty much the same thing. You kill some ads till a yellow bar appears, whether it's a Cyclops or a Minotaur.
And that's how it's
And
done.
here we got the Cyclops.
Followers of
It
Osiris,
was a little easier.
that's how we do it.
Now, of course, I'm just getting wrecked because, one, I was within all those blasts, and there's hobgoblins that just sit on top of the wall there that will repeatedly shoot you. So now we're going to run up here. We're going to grab the arc balls, and you're going to slam them straight into these arc generators. Alright, that Guardian's got the other one. We do that. Now, I was going to jump to the other side because I wasn't sure if they got it or not, but because this is turning, that means they've already gotten the other side. So now we Vex jump all the way over here. Now I was scanning for which side the Cyclops was going to be on. It's either on the left or right, so now you take the Cyclops, get the energy, smash the energy, and we come over here. Now see that thing that just spawned? Kill it. This is how you start your heroic. Now you're going to jump onto these platforms, and more of those things have already spawned. So start shooting them immediately. So you get one, then you get two, And then you jump to the third platform and you'll get 3 of them. I don't know why that one always spawns there, but it makes it a little tricky. Sometimes you miss it. Then you jump onto this 4th platform, jump up here. There's a regional chest up above me when I was running there, but I've already gotten it. So then you come up here. This Vex panel will start your heroic event. You don't have to do it on both sides, just whichever side gets it first. So we already got this, and now we're going to jump to the other side to see if that Guardian needs help. Let's find out. And nope, they don't. So now it begins. Now we just fight this giant gate lord. Put on an overshield. Sometimes you can actually not, if all the Guardians work together fast enough, you can knock them within really fast. So now you're going to grab the arc. Now that we knocked him out. Now immediately hold square. Just hold your action button right there and you will dunk every time. That was really fast. Yeah. But you always have to hold that action button. Well guys, thank you for watching. Have a great one.